Like, comment, share, subscribe, you hear me?
Yeah, you know it. So stuck, man. Yeah. To the gang, man.
I'm on a hunt for the best, won't rest. Teams eyes in the lab, no flex, just reps. Breeding with ethics, not random mess. You with us so you ain't get left like the rest. Moment of silence.
What up, gang? It's your boy Zod back with another banger. Hey, people never really ever plan to fail. The problem is they fail to plan. And today, we break down how to create a solid breeding plan from start to finish. No matter whether you're a beginner breeder or someone that's working on a more advanced project, today I'm gonna point you in the right direction with all the tools that you'll need in one place to create that special strain. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Number one, set your breeding goals. You gotta have clear understanding of what you want to get done, right? Starting without clear goals is like setting sail without having a destination, like hopping in a whip without having a place to go, right? It's super important that you set clear goals initially and make sure that you know the direction that you would like to take your breeding project. First, identify the primary traits you want to improve or create. These are your must-haves, your top shelves, your priority list, right? Yield, potency, disease resistance, all of these, the pest resistance, all of these things that you know are top priority. Then you must choose your secondary list of traits. Also important, but not as important as your priority list. Remember, traits are not connected together. Mendel taught us that through his laws, that traits actually are separated during the gamete phase. So we need to focus on traits that are priority and then a secondary list of traits that are not as important. For instance, flavor notes, frostiness, color, things that we know we may need to sacrifice in the beginning to isolate those very important top shelf traits that we can't sacrifice. Consider your reason for creating your own strain to begin with, right? What's your personal goals? What are you doing this for? Are you trying to create some legacy strain that'll end up in dispensaries one day? Or are you the breeder that wants to preserve genetics and create something better for tomorrow's generation and make sure that we are keeping around some of those rare genetics from the past? Set a realistic goal on how many generations you can actually commit to. We want to be realistic and we want to have everything mapped out. Everything needs to be documented before we actually start to do the work. It helps us build a strong plan so that we end up with a legacy strain. Increase THC by 5% within 3 generations. That is a good example of being detailed and specific on your goals, right? Knowing exactly what you want to do in order to create the best of the best. Make sure you focus on selecting the best parents available, right? That's super important. You got to do your research. You got to trust the process when it comes to taking your time, being patient, and doing the research. Purebred dogs are bred specifically to perform a certain task, right? In order to isolate the required traits and all of the traits needed to make sure that dogs perform that required task or those required tasks, breeders focus on isolating specific traits, but you have to take the necessary route. You have to do your research, take your time, and look at the family trees, look at the pedigrees, right? Line them up, see if they complement each other. Find out if certain players in the family tree show multiple times on either side of the gene pool. Make sure to avoid inbreeding depression, right? We definitely understand that generational isolation is what it requires to fix traits, but it's the same route that will take you directly into inbreeding depression. So be strategic, be wise about your selections and how you're making your crosses to fix your traits. And of course, you got to keep thorough records of those traits, what you come to identify along your journey of research. It's no different from you going on a journey to find out your long lost family that was from another country, right? Same thing. Make it fun. Make it a project. And take your time. Record your findings along the way. Document whatever data is helpful to you creating your strain. Make sure to keep your project manageable by mapping out all your crosses, all of the moves that you plan to make. Make sure you map them out, document them, record them. It's necessary in order to move forward, but also be able to go back if you need to. Remember, cloning is going to be a huge part of us being able to go back in time. So cloning goes hand in hand with proper documentation. It's necessary. Use your breeding charts, use your flow charts to visualize these crosses. I'm going to give you some example documents. These will all be available in Breeder University, so make sure you apply to Breeder University. Student orientation will launch 30 days or less, man. We looking good, so I hope to see you there. Once you actually have gotten to the process of growing and germinating, right? We need to definitely document. Each stage is going to require you to record and document. This is a huge part of the process because you're going to use all that previous documentation to help you determine what stages you need to start stress testing. Do you need to start stress testing during germination stage? Will your stress testing and environmental testing start with an early seedling stage? Or are your plants so good already based on the research you did, you picked such amazing parents that you don't need to start your environmental testing stage until early veg? You got to select only the individuals that meet your breeding needs. This is imperative. We stress test because it goes hand in hand with culling or removing undesirables. We're only selecting individuals that meet our goals and will help us to move those desirable traits down to the next generation. You gotta be strict about your selection during this process, and that's why we are stress testing so often in this stage. Breeding is a continuous process of learning and improving, recording everything, documenting everything, and making sure that you adjust based on your findings, right? You work whatever direction you need to go in, but you have a well mapped out GPS before you hop in the whip. That's what it's about. And Breeder University will have all of these documents, plans, worksheets, journals, all available to you moving forward. Keep detailed logs on every cross, growth cycle, and outcome. Record environmental conditions, feeding schedules, analyze your results to determine if your goals are actually being met. Adjust your breeding plan based on successes and or failures. Maybe a trait needs more generations to stabilize, or a different parent needs to be introduced. Always revisit and update your breeding journal and your spreadsheet. Breeder University is here, and I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. Each week will contain a weekly summary, course materials, all right? Course materials can pop up as so. What up, gang? It's your boy Zah back with another banger. Each week's course materials will contain at least 2 videos, reading materials as far as in the form of articles and PDFs as such. Check out the virtual library, tons of good resources, of course, all scholarly. And here's a view of our weekly discussion. Make sure you apply to Breeder University, man. Applications are in, and I am working hard on your first official course. Cultivation 101, Team Zaza's in the background running through it now. QCE the podcast last night, they got a sneak peek of the course. 8-week course, man. Each week, each module will contain a discussion post for class engagement, a weekly essay, a quiz, course content, whether reading materials and or YouTube materials will be available for each week, each module, man. So I'm excited. I hope to see you there. We're building our own school, man, for us, by us, Breeder University, man. I'm excited. It's almost here, 30 days or less, man. I hope to see you at student orientation. Other than that, man, make sure you visit acinfinity.com. I get a commission and you get a discount. So, you know, one hand washes the other. Make sure you visit AC Infinity. Use code Team Zaza. Take advantage of that discount at checkout. And visit ZazaGenetics.com. I heard there's a couple coupon codes running around my QCE. Y'all know, if you watch QCE the podcast, y'all know 50% off coupon code available to you. But you need to be in the show to know the code. I mean, I guess you can go back and watch it. Other than that, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, man. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for watching and being in the audience for QCE the podcast. Thank you for signing up to Breeder University. And thank you for supporting my movement, man. It's QCE, quality, community, and education. We bring quality to this community through education, and we've been doing it strong for the last several years, man. So join the movement, man. I'm excited to see you in class soon, man. Much love. I hope to see you in that classroom, man. It's your boy Za, a.k.a. Salam Sims, founder of Breeder University, man. I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon, man. I'm out of here. Bow.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, you hear me?
Yeah, you know it.
Moment of silence for the fuck boys who thought they could test, yeah. Moment of silence for the ones who fake flex and left the game a mess. Every seed got a story, every cross got a plan. We ain't guessing in the garden, we command the land. Pheno hunted through the mud with the nose and the eye. Not every plant makes the cut, and that's why we fly. This ain't pollen in the wind, this is legacy.